or as deep as we have been, which has been our massive strength in the past decade. What we learned in the past 2 years is that without Hopper at number one, without having that dominant number one, the depth has been something that you could say is, more valuable than having that surefire, top 5 player in the country. And my reasoning for that would be that in 2014, 15, 16, 18, 19, we had a dominant number one, but our depth didn't allow us to compete all the way for a national championship. This fall, it is really, really hard. We had anywhere between 12 to 13 guys that I swear if we put them in at 5 and 6, they would get it done. This is how we started kind of structuring the team in the past few years, is have younger guys sort of sitting there developing, maturing, and getting match play, so that when it's their time to step in, they can get it done. It's just really refreshing to see these guys spend the time developing their game and maturing themselves on and off the court, and then seeing the reward from that work come into place. So I'd say what we generally learn from the fall is the system is working and it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Now it's hard because we have a big roster, but you got to keep in mind that we have 5 seniors and that we have 4 grad students. So there's 9 guys that are all going to leave this team next year. So that's a college team. We can make a whole team out of the 9 seniors that are going to leave. So it's nice to have that maturity. It's nice to have that leadership in the building. Really gives us the kind of peace of mind that guys get hurt, guys get sick. We're going to be okay. From the fall, what's different now is we kind of know 2 teams that are really good. Ken and Todorica were nationally ranked last year, and Lambright, and Ware, Bryce being the 5th-year grad student that we brought in. They just clicked right away. Had an incredible fall. And so it's like, well, there you go. There's only now 1 spot left, and you're looking at Onme. Poor guy. It's like he's the best doubles player on our team. Not afraid to say that. And he, played number 1 doubles last year. He made the NCAA tournament. And now it's like, well, heck, I think that's where you're going to find your variability. Is like, who are we going to put with Onme? And that's where the experimenting will kind of take place. But I think what's weird to me is just, the fact that it kind of feels like 2023 again. In fact, that we have like 2 doubles teams that we kind of know are both capable of being a top 5 team in the country in doubles. And then we just want to make sure that we put out a 3rd doubles team that we know can give us the best chance of winning that doubles point. I anticipate those 2 teams, starting things off together, and we have a lot of confidence, faith in them, and just kind of working through some of the other tandems and developing some of those younger guys and getting them reps so that they're ready to jump into those shoes, next year. The fun thing this year is that, same as last year and this year, is you kind of like, you kind of know, but then it's like there's enough variability. Last year we lost Anch. He had a season-ending injury, broke his wrist, and he was playing number 1. It was clear that he was our best player, and we didn't know what we were going to do. 9 of our 12 starting positions were all playing in the NCAA and the UAA lineups for the first time, national indoors for the first time, and I think this year it's not that dramatic. We have more returning into the lineup. So if you go down the list, AJ graduated, so he's out of number 1. Number 2 was George, and that is our version of Anch this year. He's out for the season. So similar to last year, we've lost that position to an injury. And so then Onme was playing 3, Plunkett was playing 4, Hishinuma's out, he was playing 5, and then Santiago was playing 6. So 3 of those guys are back. It doesn't necessarily mean that I would put Onme at 1, Plunkett 2, and Santi at 3. I'd say it's pretty clear, that the 4 fourth, fifth, and sixth new positions, guys that will enter that lineup for the first time playing. Enter the lineup, means playing in the lineup that will go to national indoors and help us try to win a national title. Costa Rica proved himself very well in the fall. Very, very strong player to be in the mix. Hard to imagine him not being in there. And then you have, then you have the fun, and that's where I won't give away who I think would get the 2 spots, because I don't even think the guys themselves know that. That's why we play so many matches in the next 2 weeks before national indoors. I think we have 8? We have 8 dual matches before we go to nationals. So we will play a ton, and we'll find out pretty quickly, who's sharp and ready to play in those positions. We have a lot of mature guys. Like I said, I think we could make a lineup out of our 9 seniors and go compete for a national title and be completely fine. But these freshmen and sophomores, man, they are really good. And what kind of gets lost, I think, for example, here's a great example. Sophomore class is Conrad, Rowan, and John kind of got most of the bulk of the share of singles reps last year in the double headers. And Leon was playing doubles with John, so he got a taste of playing in the championship. Leon and John were in the national championship as 2 freshmen playing the doubles lineup. Luke and Rohit in that class of sophomores, they kind of were like doubles guys, right? They were making a lot of strides and getting a lot of match play in the doubles. Well, over break, Luke has won a couple of tournaments in singles, and Rohit, he won a tournament over break in singles. And Leon, he is so dynamic and so athletic. Arguably on any given day, Leon can beat every single one of those other guys. So I think that sophomore class is really, truly something pretty special itself. I'm really anxious to see those guys get good reps. So for example, on a day like next Friday, we're going to start off with DePaul, Anderson, Rose-Hulman, and Wabash, and each of those teams have guys up at the top of their lineup that are good, very good players that can be regionally ranked players, and nationally ranked players, for in a couple of different spots. So what I like is that we got those 4 matches. So what I can do is, I can take a few of those prospects that are sort of developing within our team, and I can get them those reps, and I can see what they're doing against that top, tier of competition. And really, that's why I feel like we don't have the dip or the gap in our performance level that we had maybe post 2017, 2018, is instead of just bringing in new freshmen and spending a year or 2 and developing them, we bring them in and, at the same time that we have juniors and seniors that are clearly good enough to compete for a national title. So they see how it works. They still get good repetition with how many matches we play on our schedule. And at the end of the day, these guys love each other. They love tennis. All they want to do is play and compete. So my job is to give them as many opportunities to do so, heading into a season, so that they have a genuine experience and they get to play the best sport, college tennis. I always tell our guys, we don't play tennis. Because tennis, like you see on TV, it's, one guy against another guy in a tournament advancing. College tennis is a different sport. It's a different sport. It's what you do matters, but it's team, and everything you do is for that team. And I think we've really been doing a great job in the last few years. Our leadership has of grasping that, sharing it with the underclassmen, spreading that amongst each other, and that's why having sort of a starting squad and a developing squad has been so good for us, because it just makes our family that much bigger, makes it that many more players that they get to train with and push each other to get better. Putting the schedule together is something that's really, really tough, because we play in a conference that doesn't have a regular season schedule. We just meet in Orlando and we play a tournament. So the whole entire canvas is blank, and we're subject to playing teams outside of their conference schedule and when they can play us. So, we're going to Indiana to play 4 matches, and then we're coming back home. We've got some really good regionally ranked teams coming in, and then we go to national indoors. So, the goal is to win a national championship inside in Minneapolis. Then they'll take a breather. We'll play a couple top 20 Division II teams to test ourselves a little going into spring break. And then actually with the schedule, for the first time ever, we're going to Texas. I've never been to Texas with the team. So this will be new to me, going to Trinity and Southwestern to play against 4 nationally ranked teams in Division III. We weren't able, like we normally are in California and Florida, to get enough other teams for 9 through 16 players to play against. So we're actually sending Coach Sawmill with them to Orlando so that they can get a bunch of matches played during spring break. Again, many, thanks to our alumni and those that help us, make these dreams possible for our players to get those reps. So we'll have the spring break, kind of get used to outdoor tennis, come home. And, I was thinking about this the other day, John. We have half the UAA coming to us this spring between March and April on college tennis weekend. Okay, for the first time ever, the ITA is doing a college tennis weekend, and it's to celebrate all of college tennis. And on March 28th, we have Emory coming to Case Western to play. In February, we have Rochester coming to Case to play. In April, we have Carnegie coming to Case to play. We have Chicago coming to Case to play. I mean, think about that. Chicago's coming to Cleveland, Carnegie's coming to Cleveland, Emory's coming to Cleveland, Rochester's coming to Cleveland. So I have all the respect in the world for these other coaches, for them being willing and able to get their teams to travel to come here to play us. So really what we've done is kind of created a conference schedule, and that's really cool. So in the month of April, we're going to have a ton of home matches that everybody can come out and support us. And we're going to need it because, Chicago's the number 2 team in the country. Emory's the number 6 team in the country. Carnegie Mellon's somewhere in the, always in the, 10 to 15 range. And then Rochester's always creeping in the, 30 to 40 in the national rankings. So what an opportunity. And that doesn't even include the fact that we have Denison coming to play us, and we have Kenyon coming to play us. So April is going to be a really busy month for us. And that's why that spring break time is going to be important for us to get used to, the outdoor environment, assuming that we get enough good weather in April to do that. With as many guys stepping the starting lineup last year that had not played for the national title yet, I think they needed that experience, that match play experience. That's part of it. But I think it took them a while to believe they were good enough to win it. And what's funny is I don't think it was like them believing it because they knew it in their tennis. It was them believing in each other. It really had nothing to do with themselves. They found an extra gear of power when they truly connected with themselves. And, we'll never forget, we were sitting in Minneapolis last year after losing to Denison National Indoors, and we had a long team meeting just to kind of take inventory of like who we are and what we were doing. And things were a little bit disjointed, and Ansh really forced it on me to make sure that every single guy had the opportunity to kind of share with the team who they are and what they were all about. And I think once we started playing for each other, we really hit another gear once we started playing more and more so for each other, not necessarily worrying about, am I good enough or am I going to be able to win this match for the team, whether it's singles or doubles.